dive a little bit deeper down to see what can I actually know, because one thing is, okay, now I see an orange silo. Can I see more? And then you can go to the next menu. The next menu is called matrix view. Yeah, so if you is there a mouse I can use?
Mouse.
Yeah, okay, great. So, and this is also one thing you can always do. If you go here, you don't want to skip that menu. You right click and then you say open in a new tab. And then you come here. And now I'm opening the matrix view. The matrix view, what is it? It's the display of all the current values on the sensor. It's not the trend, it's just what is being recorded right now from the monitoring system. And so here you can see, and here you saw over here silo 101. This one
is disconnected from the
it's this is black, and now you know why. When you look in here, there's no data coming. The data is not coming. So then you know, okay, you can see the oxygen is 20, but or 19%. That's fine, but there's really no data. And when the risk factor shows 0, it means that it's not calculating a risk factor. So you can also see the inventory is 0. So that is why when you look at the dashboard, you see a gray background of the risk factor. You don't have the color, because you should have the color for it to be valid.
Okay.
So in the matrix view, you have all the sensors.
আচ্ছা, ম্যাট্রিক্স ভিউতে সবগুলো সেন্সর কাজ করতে হবে। এখানে কালো হয়ে আছে, মানে সেন্সরে কাজ করতেছে না। আর রিস্ক ফ্যাক্টর 0 মানে হচ্ছে সে কোনো আসলে ক্যালকুলেশন করতেছে না। ওকে।
Yes. And now we can scroll down through the different silos.
16.
Now we go to 105. So here you can see all the sensors. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sensor cables measuring temperature. And you have the temperatures from 1 to 8, meaning 1 is the lowest, and then every 2 meter going up, you have a new sensor.
ওকে, এখানে 5টা হচ্ছে আপনার ফুললি থার্মাল সেন্সর আছে, মানে টেম্পারেচার সেন্সর আছে, এবং ওইগুলো হচ্ছে 8টা করে পয়েন্টে সে হচ্ছে প্রত্যেকটা 8টা করে পয়েন্টে তাপমাত্রা সে দেখাচ্ছে। কয় মিটার পর পর? 2 মিটার পর পর। ওকে।
Yes. And then you have one moisture cable here, and you can see at position 5, that means about 10, 11 meters over the floor. You have one sensor, and then the top sensor just under the roof also have the moisture.
ওকে, এবং ওই এক মাঝখানে যেটা সেন্সর মানে 5 আছে, ওইটার 5 এবং 10 নম্বরে দুইটা ময়েশ্চার দেখার সেন্সর কাজ করতেছে। ঠিক আছে, ওইটা হচ্ছে সাধারণভাবে বিনের মাঝখানে এবং একবারে টপে।
Sensor 5, which is down in the grain, is supposed to show you a roughly accurate moisture concentration of the rice.
5 নাম্বার এটা খুব গুরুত্বপূর্ণ, ওইটা হচ্ছে মূলত গ্রেইনের অ্যাকচুয়াল ময়েশ্চারটাই দেখাচ্ছে, এরকম ধরা যায় আর কি।
The sensor under the roof is just showing the headspace humidity and not the moisture of the rice, because the headspace humidity is important, and I will tell you why a little later.
আচ্ছা, উনি বলছে যে টপ যে 10 নম্বরের যে ময়েশ্চার কোয়ান্টিটি, এটা সব মূলত বিনের যে ভিতরের এনভায়রনমেন্ট তার টপের মানে ময়েশ্চার কোয়ান্টিটি, এটাও ইম্পর্টেন্ট, উনি আমাদের পরে বলবেন। আর 5 নম্বর হচ্ছে গ্রেইনের।
5 নম্বরটা কোনটা? ওখানে যে মাঝেরটা
আমি একটু বুঝাই বলি তাহলে শুনুন। এখানে চারপাশে যতগুলো আছে 5টা
is not very accurate. It's just giving you an indication. Has the grain been properly dried, or is it for some reason wet? It will not substitute a laboratory measurement.
আচ্ছা, এটা খুব বেশি অ্যাকুরেট না, কিন্তু এটা আপনারা ওভারভিউ দিতে পারবে যে মোটামুটি সে বোঝার জন্য যে আমার অবস্থাটা কি আছে। এটা সবসময় ফুললি অ্যাকুরেট ধরবেন তা না। ওকে,
You can see the background color of all the sensors are gray. What does it mean? It means the sensor is not inside grain, it's hanging freely in the air.
ওকে, এইখানে বলতেছে যে আমার যে সেন্সরগুলো গ্রে কালার বা অ্যাশ কালারের আছে, হ্যাঁ সাইবুল সাহেব খেয়াল করেন, হ্যাঁ অ্যাশ কালারের আছে, সেগুলো বুঝতে হবে যে সেগুলো সব ফ্রিলি ঘুরতেছে, তার চারপাশে গ্রেইন নেই। অ্যাশ কালারের গুলা যেমন এই ভিডিওতে সাইল নেই, সেজন্য অ্যাশ কালার। ঠিক আছে।
Because all this, we call it blinded. When it's blinded, it means that now it's not reporting about the grain, it's reporting about air. So we're discarding it. But when all the sensors are gray, then obviously also there's no grain in here. So that's why it says level is 0%, volume 0. The density is set to 0.82, which is probably too high for white rice. And it calculates anyway that the tonnage is 0 in that particular silo. Now let's go down to tell them that
15, number 15.
Yeah. So now we go down to a silo that has rice. What is this?
16. Not 16. Better go to 15.
Okay. So in 15 we are now seeing something which is interesting. So we can see that some areas are white. Now that means that there is rice there. We are inside the grain. So in this case, we know there is some rice, and we can also see the level of the rice is probably somewhere here, because almost all of them are not blinded. I will explain why these are blinded. But that gives a grain level of about 45%. We calculate the volume, so many cubic meter. We apply the programmed density, and then we give it's about 1,500 ton.
This or it is not maybe accurate.
No. What is approximate?
What?
Or it is not accurate.
There are many reasons for that, but let's first talk about the principle here. So why is it that some of the sensors are gray? It's probably because you are either loading or unloading.
We are not doing actually.
You're not. Okay. So
maybe the rice is stuck there.
Moving. So now let's take an example here. We will look at that sensor number 2 in cable 87. But before I tell you about that, let me talk about the inventory here, because this inventory is based on the temperature sensors, and because we have 6 sensor cables in each silo, then it means that we have, and there's 2 meters difference. If I divide 2 meter by 6, I get roughly 33 centimeters of accuracy. So the accuracy of the inventory measurement is about 33 meters in the silo, which is pretty good. So I am very sure that the level is quite correct. I'm very sure the volume is quite correct. Now the density here is probably incorrect, and that is why there may be a discrepancy in the tonnage. So how many tons do you think this silo has?
কত টন আছে 15 নম্বরে?
15 নম্বরে 1540
অ্যাকচুয়ালি বলেন।
এরকম স্যার।
না টোটাল কত আপনার? 1900
1898 স্যার।
হ্যাঁ 1900।
So you think there's how much?
1900 16তে কত আছে? খাতা I have a document sir.
Yeah, thing that we also sell a lot of radar sensors, and very often we have a disagreement with our customer, because they say, oh, our silo 7, you say 2,500 ton, we know it's 2,900 ton. And there is a reason for this, because, and we have proven that over and over again, each time a truck is coming, it's a man operation to say, I'm filling it in silo 17. Whenever the operator makes a mistake, you have a discrepancy here. He say he's filling in 17, but he's actually dumping it in 16. So that is why the first thing we are doing, and we have been auditing quite a number of plants like this. If we look at the total tonnage. Other thing is, we are not, when you're looking at the truck scale and the calculated, you're not comparing apples with apples. You're comparing apples with oranges, because the truck scale are measuring true tonnage. Also, not taking the moisture concentration into consideration, whereas we are measuring a flat volume and just calculating the tonnage. So why is it that we are selling more and more radars